Before we start today, you are on a different angle because my boy Maverick is filming with me and he's sitting on my mirror. We're doing a really easy bruise tutorial today. I'm doing it on this side so you can see, obviously. So I'm starting with my Maron, just like a bruise colour wheel. We're going to start with the green and the yellow and we're going to mix them together. You kind of want to focus more on the green, but make sure that you add a little bit of the yellow, and we're going to focus it on this cheekbone here. So you want to do an overall outline. I realise now that I've used too much green, so I'm just going to blend that out. Now bear in mind this is a very exaggerated and very large bruise. How's everyone's day going? How's your day going, Maverick? Just scratching your bum, okay. I actually don't like this. The good thing with the colour wheel is that it's easy to wipe off before it sets. So I'm just gonna wipe off this part and then carry on. Excuse this huge pimple I have right here. So now we're just gonna carry on, and I'm gonna use a bit more yellow because the green is a lot darker than I remember, and I say than I remember because I haven't used this green and yellow in a while because I've been doing like cuts and stuff lately instead of bruises. And a great way to blend out the green edges is to go in with the yellow. You can also use your finger, obviously. You don't want harsh edges, again, obviously. And we're going to bring that round to my eye as well, because if you get punched in the face or if you've got a big bruise on your cheekbone, then it's obviously going to be on your eye and partly on your nose as well. A great dupe for these colour wheels are the flash palettes. You can get them pretty much anywhere. I would recommend Amazon or eBay because they're just as good as the proper ones. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this colour, which is burnt maroon, the same brush, and very lightly dab this on there because we're going to use the finger to blend this out. Now I see a lot of FX channels using sea sponges. I actually have one. I see a lot of channels using sea sponges and I prefer to use them for like cuts and stuff instead of bruises. Well, obviously to bruise cuts, but I think using a blending brush and blending also with your fingers on a normal bruise looks a bit better than using a sea sponge. If you don't have a sea sponge, you can grab a normal sponge, like a normal face painting sponge, and rip it up. Please excuse the talking, that's my brother. So now we're using this Midnight Sky, which is the blue. And dabbing that in little areas. And then mixing that with burnt maroon, sorry. Mixing Midnight Sky with burnt maroon. So we're left with like a purpley blue. Bear in mind I'm using my fingers and stuff because this is literally the easiest way to do a bruise. And to show that you can do it with your fingers. Just like that. And then we're going to carry that on my eye as well. I'm trying not to stick my middle finger up at you guys, I'm so sorry. And yeah, like I said, this is a very exaggerated bruise. You can do this with smaller amounts of, oh that fucker. You can do this with smaller amounts of the paints for a less exaggerated bruise. But after this, I'm getting a powder brush I made. And we're gonna get, this is a FX loose powder in a different pot because the container it was in was very hard to get to. And this powder has no pigment in it at all, so it won't take away the colour, it just mattifies. And if you're wearing this, like actually going out like this, then you want to use a mattifying translucent powder with no pigment, because if you use a pigmented powder, then obviously it's gonna take away the colours and just add white to the bruise. So now I've added that, it actually looks a lot more realistic. I think it doesn't look as dramatic, does it, Maverick? No. Okay, so that was the video. It's just literally such an easy bruise. You can do them anywhere you want, anywhere at all, anywhere. But yeah, so that was the tutorial. I love you, you're beautiful, everyone around you loves you. And a new thing to add to my outro, remember to be nice to each other and accept people for who they are. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Bye. Okay, bye everybody. Bye bye.